Hello, salespersons of all makes, models, and brands. My name is Chance, and welcome to the Sales Bible. Today we're going to be tackling another common objection. We're going to be looking at the classic "I'm just looking" objection. This one is probably the worst offender in terms of discouraging new salespeople. Ultimately, it just leads to confrontation. At least that's how a lot of people look at it. But we'll really be diving into this objection today, telling you what not to do and ultimately telling you how to get around it. These people are also called tire kickers. I know you've heard the expression at some point or another, but this is how to deal with them. So let's first understand why this is even an objection in the first place. So buying a car, it's not a simple experience, at least not anymore. It's really complicated, there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a ton of information out there, and to be honest, it's overwhelming. And we as people, especially in the North American market, have a ton of pride. And because of that, we really don't like to ask for help. So anytime you hear the "I'm just looking" objection, they really want help because there's no way they understand all the intricacies of the industry. They just don't know how badly they need it. And that's where you step in. Ultimately, there's a lot of factors to it. For example, they don't really know everything about the vehicle. They don't really know what the consumer reports are actually saying. They're not super sure on how the whole financing end of it works. Not to mention, they look at you like you're one heck of a monster. So it just leads to a whole lot of internal chaos, and because of that, they'd rather just silently walk in, look at the vehicle they think they're looking at buying, and then disappear. That's ultimately where their head's at. So, what not to do? Please avoid the following questions. Hello, can I help you? Hi, do you need a salesperson? Can I be of service to you today? Is there anything you're looking for? I hate these questions with a burning passion, but a lot of people use them because they're kind of easy, they're convenient. Now looking at these, do you see what's wrong with them? They are very short, very shallow, and ultimately lead to a yes or no answer. This is problematic because 99% of people are just going to say no, I'm good, I'm just looking, I'm just kicking tires, and all other kinds of dumb things like that. So what should you say? So firstly, make sure you introduce yourself. Hello, my name is Chance, and you are? Fantastic. Nice to meet you. What brings you in today? And they're like, oh, I'm just looking. And then you say one of the following. And feel free to change these based on whatever words you're comfortable with. But these are some good examples of what to say. I certainly understand you're shopping around. At our dealership, we have a large selection of vehicles to choose from. If you give me an idea of what you're looking for, I can point you in the right direction. I really like this because it just shows that you're there to help. I always like opening with "I understand" or something along those lines because it reassures the customer that you heard them, that you genuinely understand where they're coming from, and because of that, you're in a better position to help them out. Ultimately, this is just very good at disarming, and it's very good at applying yourself as a salesperson. The next example. So are you interested in a new or used car? What kind of features are you interested in? Automatic or manual transmission? 2 or 4-door? Car, SUV, or minivan? You don't have to ask all these questions in rapid succession, but it's good to land them on some semblance of a unit. At least so you can kind of understand where they're coming from. Like, oh, okay, you're looking at a new vehicle. That's awesome. Have you heard about this special program or this special warranty that we're running right now? Like, it just leads into being able to better provide value. Now let's look at the third example here. No problem, but just to let you know, we have more new vehicles coming in tonight and some great trade-ins coming in today, and lots of vehicles out back. Are you looking for new or used, 2 or 4-door, 5-passenger, or 7? So this is a lot like the previous answer. The only difference here is this one will also allow you to gauge where they are in the buying process. For example, if you say, listen, we got some great trades coming in today, they're like, oh, I'd really like to take a look at that. Or if you have something coming in next week, they'll say, oh, you know what, that works great for me too. Or they'll say, actually, that's too long, I don't want to wait that long. It's just really good at gauging where they are in the buying cycle, and you can also kind of land them on a unit from there. Ultimately, your biggest goal as a salesperson, at least during those initial steps, is to find the right unit for a customer and get them on a test drive. That's really about it. Fill out your guest sheet, all that jazz, but ultimately you're never going to get those steps if you let someone just walk through your showroom and leave. It's probably the worst thing you can do. Not to mention managers really hate seeing it. Other salespeople really hate seeing it too, because in their mind it's a customer that they could have sold the vehicle to. Whether or not that's true, who knows, but I'm just telling you from experience what a lot of people feel. So ultimately, understand where they're coming from, ask them some prospecting questions, and help them out to the best of your ability. That's all you can do. And even after you say all those, if they still say, you know what, I'm just looking, you know what, I'm just poking my head and I'm just tire kicking, then as much as it sucks, there are going to be customers who you just can't get to open up to you. There's bound to be for a couple reasons for it. A good way around that, if that happens to you, is to just start building rapport. That's really all you can do, to be honest. Ask things like, oh, no problem. Do you live in the area? Oh, awesome. Yeah, tell me about your current vehicle. Oh, that's super sweet. Just stuff like that. Just casual chit chat, and then hopefully you'll be able to break them down to a point where you can ask a couple of these questions, and then you'll be good to go from there. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the video short here. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any ideas on better ways to get people to open up to you, or better questions or word tracks, please put them down beneath in the comment section. I'm just really curious what you guys have to say. That being said, I hope you all have a great day, and as always, happy selling.